Over 200 rounds were fired by at least 18 police officers into this UPS truck, killing the driver, who was taken hostage, as well as an innocent bystander who was caught up in the crossfire. The dramatic footage was aired live on television, and as we can see here, the UPS truck came to a standstill in traffic. The police then used this vehicle here as a shield with an innocent civilian inside. In fact, there are innocent people all over the road here, and they are all being caught in the crossfires. And now we are seeing this after a week after the death of the UPS driver. Police are refusing to talk to the family. Perhaps there's a reason for that. Maybe they're buying their time because of this. Prosecutors to review whether deadly police shootout was justified or a crime. So we're going to get into all of that and more in this video, guys. But just before we do, I'd ask that you head on over to subscribestar.com/pressfortruth and sign up for a monthly contribution. Here you can chip in $5 or $10 or $20 a month. Whatever you can afford is greatly appreciated. This is like a Patreon alternative where it's a little more censorship resistant than Patreon. So if you appreciate our efforts here at Press for Truth, please check the links in the description to where you can find us on subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. All right, so let's start with some of the obvious ones here today. For me, there's some glaring things that just need to be talked about outright, and that is the fact that, first of all, this is a UPS truck. I mean, this is a big, slow moving vehicle, very easy to track. They already had a helicopter on it. In fact, these trucks are equipped with GPS tracking devices, so there really was no need to be following it so closely. They literally could have just waited, sat back and waited and watched to see where it was going to go. And in fact, that probably would have been a better option, considering there was a hostage inside the vehicle. These guys had just robbed a jewelry store. Their vehicle had been shot at, the windows shot out, so they hijacked another vehicle. The only reason why they need a hostage is because the police are on their tail. If there's no cops, then there's no longer a need for a hostage. So it's just insane to me that it would receive this type of attention from the police. Over 18 officers, some reports say 19, some say 18, fired into this vehicle when it was absolutely unnecessary. And of course, there's the matter of using innocent civilians as a shield. All sorts of protocol was obviously not followed here. I mean, where was the sniper? Where was the negotiator? Again, why didn't they even just pull back and let this thing drive away? I mean, you know, to protect the lives of innocent civilians, they took out the lives of innocent civilians. It just makes absolutely no sense. And that's why the family has a lot of questions. And unfortunately, they're not getting any answers. This just out from the Free Thought Project. As the Free Thought Project reported last week, 2 innocent civilians were gunned down last Thursday in a tragedy that unfolded in Miramar, Florida. Family and friends are now grieving the loss of a UPS driver killed after being taken hostage by armed robbers. An innocent bystander who just happened to be driving down the highway was also killed in the crossfire as responding cops hid behind the vehicles of innocent civilians, using them as human shields. Adding insult to the horrific incident is the fact that police and the FBI are refusing to answer any questions for the family who laid their beloved son to rest this week. Today is the 5th day, and I know nothing, said Luz Apolinario as she left the funeral for her son, 27-year-old Frank Ordonez, according to the Miami Herald. The only thing I know now is I have left my son here and that my son will not be coming back, and I have to live on my own. That's all I know. I feel dead inside. Since last Thursday, the family has been demanding transparency, but they say they haven't received anything close to it. Instead, police and the FBI, who is now in charge of the investigation, have said almost nothing to the family. They murdered him, Joe Marino, the stepfather of Frank Ordonez, said to Local News 10 in a heartfelt interview. I hope you can understand that's how I feel because it could have been prevented. I have common sense like we all do. It shows me where's the protocol? Where was the protocol? Where was SWAT? Where was the hostage negotiator? Where was the sniper? Marino said, raising some very, very good questions to which he has not yet gotten any answers. He just says they simply shot him dead. Marino told Local 10 police they ignored the safety of everyone involved when they reacted to the situation on Thursday. The negligence, the irresponsibility, the lack of life, lack of concern, Marino said. The disregard for life of the victim. There's bullets everywhere, he said. It was a war zone. How can this happen in today's day and age? Indeed, multiple videos from bystanders show a chaotic scene unfold as police exchange gunfire with armed robbers, as Marino notes. Like the wild, wild west. One such video showed the UPS truck from up close. The video showed the truck full of bullet holes put there by the cops. The deadly incident began as an armed robbery last Thursday afternoon at a Regent Jewelers in Coral Gables. When the thugs escaped the robbery, they hijacked the UPS truck as the driver was making deliveries and led police on a long chase. The chase ended in a hail of bullets as cowboy cops endangered dozens of innocent people on the highway. Some 19 officers from 5 different agencies surrounding the UPS truck on the highway with weapons drawn. As the video showed, the officers placed innocent civilians between them and the robbers, literally using them as human shields. As the helicopter footage shows, the robbers inside the truck were firing from the inside. However, they were heavily outgunned by the officers, who were estimated to have unloaded over 200 rounds into the truck. And as I said, it has yet to be officially confirmed, as this article goes into. It's likely going to come back that the police are responsible for the deaths of Ordonez and Richard Cutshaw, 70-year-old Pembroke Pines resident and union representative who was driving nearby. So it's very likely that some of the bullets that are going to be found in the innocent bystanders' bodies are the ones that have come from the police and not the jewelry store robbers. So now we have this just out, prosecutors to review whether deadly police shooting was justified or a crime. Broward prosecutors are now in charge of reviewing whether any police officers broke the law when they fired their guns in a public shootout last week that left 4 people dead. The fierce gunfight in a traffic-packed street killed a UPS driver who had been taken hostage, a commuter caught in the crossfire, and 2 jewelry store robbers who had led the police on a wild chase. But police haven't yet said whose bullets killed them. The police agency's actions came under intense scrutiny by the public and the family of UPS driver Frank Ordonez. Joe Marino, Ordonez's stepfather, said he had wanted the police to save his stepson, not kill him by getting in a gunfight with the robbers. He was murdered, he said, demanding justice and transparency from the police. On Thursday, the prosecutor's office in charge of reviewing the findings of law enforcement's investigations shifted to Broward at the request of the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office. Officials would not say why the change was made. That's interesting. Broward prosecutors' review will be among a string of investigations involving multiple agencies, examining how a robbery led to a long chase and deadly shootout and whether officers followed procedure. And as you can see from this photo, there's clearly FBI agents in the background here, as well as local police officers. And as I understand it, it was actually the FBI who is in possession of the firearms that were used by the jewelry store robbers. They are currently in possession of that. So it's it's interesting to see where this investigation is going to go, because it says here, in addition to local agencies investigating their own actions, the FBI and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement are conducting their own inquiries, including examining whose bullets killed the 4 people. So, guys, this is really starting to look like a case of the police investigating themselves, the FBI and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement being involved for the purposes of a cover-up. That's what all this is leading to. That's why the family's not getting answers. That's why this is being shifted, around from different agencies without explanation. This is why the FBI is in possession of the guns and not the local police who are investigating themselves. I mean, this thing just reeks of a cover-up. So I wanted to bring that to your attention today, guys. It looks like they failed to follow proper protocol. They enacted in a way that endangered regular civilians to the point of them losing their lives. And now they're trying to cover up their tracks, it seems, by biding some time until they can, do whatever they're going to do with those bullets and with those guns. But only time will tell when this investigation is eventually revealed. But don't put any trust or hope in the FBI or the local police to come out and give us the truth here. This is not just a local problem here. This is a global problem that's happening with police forces all over the world. There's a great deal of corruption happening within the force, and we need to expose these things as they happen all the time. Which is why I wanted to bring this one to your attention today, guys. I've actually documented this. The Canadian police state in my film here, titled Into the Fire. It's got almost 1 million views now. Hopefully you guys can help me get that up to 1 million views. It's called Into the Fire, and this is my film documenting the G20 summit that came to Toronto, and in it you will see just how bad the police state got here in Toronto, Canada in 2010 when the G20 came. As I said, this is a global problem, and it's continuing to spread, and we can't allow them to cover up their mistakes and hide the fact that these guys are a bunch of thugs who only follow protocol when it's beneficial to them. So something I felt I wanted to bring to your attention today, guys. We're going to continue to track this one as it develops, but I would not be surprised if it turns out that there's a huge cover-up and they say the police are found to have not done any wrongdoing. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell, but just wanted to point this one in, put this one into your attention, let you know it appears that they're working on a cover-up. So that's all for today, guys. Please click the thumbs up button, leave a comment in the comment section below, share this video with your friends and family. It really helps, with our view count, because YouTube's algorithms are designed to suppress this type of info from being seen. So your clicks, your shares, your comments really goes a long way. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.